the magic of coding Phonics Kannada. Welcome to all the parents, to all the teachers and to my dear students. Today in episode 2, we shall discuss the significance of this beautiful Kannada language in present day. When I say present day, I also mean 21st century. Well, what's happening to our Kannada in 21st century? Let us understand what is 21st century in tomorrow's episode, but we shall definitely discuss the dipping significance. Yes, the significance is merely dipping down and down in this 21st century. And there is a popular proverb in Kannada which I don't want to translate and want to bring the same in front of you. Kannada Kabbinada Kadale. Yes, I repeat. Kannada Kabbinada Kadale, which means Kannada language is a tough beam, as tough as iron. Yes, today people feel that Kannada is a very tough language to learn. And do you really think Kannada needs to feel guilty about this thought? Yes, my dear friends, we should now consider, is this the standard that we are setting for our language, for our mother tongue? Let us discuss why people arrived at this conclusion. Well, there are a few instances because Kannada doesn't seem to be a scoring subject in our classrooms. Yes, the child can very easily score good marks in all other subjects, English, science, maths, GK, computer science. In all other subjects, the child is scoring pretty well and easily but failing to achieve good marks in Kannada. Number 2. Kannada seems to be a boring language. Why? Because the child doesn't understand any logic in this language, where the child is not completely wrong, because we fail to teach this language with logic in our classrooms. So the child doesn't find it exciting because there is no logic, there is no magic at all, and the whole language seems to be very, very boring. Kannada seems to be a difficult language. Not only a difficult language, but a complicated language. And when we try to figure out why does Kannada appear a difficult and a complicated language, the extension sounds, which is called as Gunitaksharas, Swatakshara, Arkavattu and other things, the child is not clear with these concepts and it makes the whole language very, very complicated. Amidst, parents are searching for schools where Kannada is non-mandatory. They are trying to figure out the combinations where the child could skip learning Kannada language. Amidst all these challenges, people now started believing that Kannada Kabbinada Kadale. Kannada is a tough beam, as tough as iron. Well, my dear friends, it's time for us to introspect more and find out why children are failing to learn Kannada enthusiastically. Well, the first thing that I would like to bring to your notice is because we are failing to achieve the foundational literacy in Kannada language. Let me explain what is this foundational literacy for any language. No matter whether it is English, Kannada, Hindi, Spanish, German, no matter what language the child is learning, the ability to read and write a language without any error is called as foundational literacy, and any child has to acquire this foundational literacy before the age of 8. Yes, in our Indian schools, in our schools, the child will be approximately in second standard, not approximately, exactly in second standard by the age of 7 and 8. So the child will have to acquire reading and writing skills, complete reading and writing skills without any error in the spellings and without any error in the pronunciation. The child will have to acquire this skill before going to 3rd standard. And the most pathetic part is we have failed to achieve this and the child progressed to the next class, that is 3rd standard, without achieving the fundamental literacy. And when the child goes to the next class with the gap already present, this gap enhances. This gap becomes big in the primary level, bigger in the middle school level, and biggest by the high school level, and eventually Kannada will take the blame of, what is the blame in Kannada? Kannada kabbinada kadale. It is not easy. Yes, it has to take the blame because of the gaps that arises after the fundamental literacy. So why are we failing to achieve this fundamental literacy? That is the next thing that we need to introspect, and I had listed a few reasons on why we are not able to achieve the foundational literacy. The first reason is our environment. What is our environment today at home and in our society, and where do Kannada stand in this environment? My dear friends, how well are we using this language in our homes and in our society? Well, you all know the answer today, and when I say today, I mean 21st century as well. Today we don't get to hear this language anywhere in our environment, and the child is still expected to achieve the literacy. Well, the next big problem is the new age parents. Let me now explain who are these new age parents of 21st century. These are the parents who have kids who should learn this language from the age of 5. I told we should achieve the foundational literacy by the age of 8. And in curriculum, in schools, this will be achieved in 3 levels starting from the age of 5. Merely when the child is studying the UKG or upper KG or senior KG, we start with the fundamentals and take it ahead in 1st standard and 2nd standard, and the child is expected to achieve the foundational literacy, that is the ability to read and write Kannada language within these 3 years. And these 3 years, kids aged between 5 to 7 years, what has happened to their parents? It is the generation who have already left Kannada. Those parents may not know Kannada at primary place. Number 2, they might have forgotten what they have learned. Number 3, even though if they remember, maybe they are not willing to use this language in their everyday life, in their communication, and the child doesn't get this instinct from the parent itself. So new age parents are again one of the reasons why the child is not achieving the foundational literacy. Number 3, non-Kannadigas. Yes, my dear friends, we all admit that now Karnataka is a beautiful state with loads and tons of opportunities, and we have people across the globe migrated to Karnataka, and most of them are from different parts of India as well. And if they are looking to stay back for a longer period of time, wherein they will have to admit these children into our schools, then those children will have to mandatorily learn to read and write in Kannada. How is it possible for those kids? They are very, very helpless. Number 4 is the traditional methodology. How are children learning Kannada today in our classrooms? In the same way that I learned from my teacher, she learned from her teacher, and she learned it from her teacher. Kannada is being taught in our classrooms in a traditional way without any scientific approach. This again contributes to this problem, making Kannada more complicated or more difficult to understand. And finally, the mindset. Kannada Kabbinada Kadale is a mindset that we have acquired. I've been hearing to this phrase since my childhood when Kannada was still manageable. But today, in 21st century, this proverb or this phrase is almost turning to be a truth bomb. So my dear friends, my dearest teachers and parents and students who are watching this video, do you think that Kannada should be guilty of this phrase? Should take this blame of being a tough being to learn? No, the language itself is a beautiful and a simple language only when you learn it effectively. And you can learn it effectively when it is taught effortlessly. So yes, let me congratulate you again and assure you that if you have subscribed to this channel, well, if not, please do it now. Please subscribe to this channel, and in coming episodes of Coding Phonics Kannada tutorial, you will know all the methodologies wherein you can learn Kannada in the most easiest, in the most simplest, and in the most fastest way. And we shall all now relieve Kannada from the blame of being a tough language. Yes, my dear friends, with this I would like to conclude this episode. So please share this information. We are starting our tutorial very soon. So please share this information with anybody who is willing to learn Kannada in the most easiest, fastest and simplest way. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, do everything that is possible and stay tuned. I wish each and everybody a very happy learning. Tata, bye bye. See you in the next episode.